You ever thought of sucking on a goat's titties?
No.
One thing.
It's bizarre to bring up. But yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
It sounds like you're just right here. Yeah, somebody wants to come in for an interview.
Is this upstairs?
Yeah, this is upstairs.
Right.
This is the social department.
Oh, okay.
David Correos.
Hey, what's up?
He's actually right here.
How was
No,
he
it's
getting to
here.
the phone as well?
I have no idea.
Oh, right. That's bizarre.
I'm on speaker. My phone's on the table.
We have somebody
Oh.
sitting here that he's been sitting here for 5 hours.
What do they want with him?
It's a job interview.
A job. Okay.
Yeah, they also fax through the CV. I think the CV is somewhere over here.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, fucking hell. Yep.
Yeah, it's the guy sitting on the couch. Is it this guy?
Hey, what's up? Hey, yeah. I was told to be here for the job interview.
Oh.
Yeah.
David.
Yeah,
Is it
hey.
Correos?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
Correos.
one. That's the
Yeah.
one.
They said
Mispronounced a bit
Correos,
there.
That's the
Yeah.
one.
All right, man. So you're interested to work for the HR department, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'll be like working on my social skills. I'm pretty fun. And I also know I'm also aware of my own obnoxiousness, so I can turn it down when needed.
I like that.
That's
Note
awesome.
that
And you
down,
know what
note that
else?
down.
I always back
Okay,
the
chill out.
company. I
company.
always back the company. So I ain't gonna let no weasels come in and try to bring this down, start a union. There's got to be no unions if I'm here. I'm on your back.
That's great.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
You
David.
actually wrote that down word for word as well. So
Yeah,
it's
that's-
insane that you've memorized and retold that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's almost like it's scripted.
I'll
What's the
take
next-
it.
What's the next thing?
What does HR stand for?
HR stands for just hoorah.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. We're here to have a good time. Hoorah.
Close. Harrison and Roy.
Oh, Harrison.
Harrison.
Oh, you guys tricked me.
okay.
You
Yeah.
guys tricked
That's
me.
okay.
Well, I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
human resources, but you said hoorah. So we'll go with the
I thought you
hoorah.
were-
Go with the hoorah, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You right, mate?
Oh my goodness. I knew you wanted me to say. I didn't know if you
Yeah.
wanted me to say human resosurces.
That's okay.
That's all right. Yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
you're
Don't
right.
worry about
Doesn't
that. It's
matter.
okay.
Like,
Oh, we've still got more to go. Don't
yeah.
don't break that down. We still got more to go. Still got more to go.
I got this. I got this.
One more. What was that last one? You tell jokes. That's good.
Yeah, you tell jokes.
You tell jokes.
I got heaps of them.
Now it says here I should prompt to say, tell us a joke, but I don't know if I want to. Just from what you brought forward already, I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to go to that question.
No, I got jokes. I got jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit
I
us-
got one.
hit us one.
What? Okay, this one. This one I found this one on the street. What is a pirate's favorite letter?
What is that?
What's the
Give
favorite?
it. Give it. I'm throwing it out to the crowd.
R.
R, you think so, but it is the sea that he loves. I heard that on a TikTok. That's not mine. That's not mine.
come on, man.
That's not mine. But
You tell jokes.
That's my
You tell
favorite.
jokes.
That's my favorite joke. That's such a
me.
good joke.
Oh my God, David. Well, already I'm going to say I love your work, mate. Love your work ethic, and I
thank
think
you.
we'll hang around. We'll chat more and see what he brings to the table.
Yeah.
that's
Actually,
great.
wait. Can you be an islander?
Can I be an islander?
What's your-
I mean, technically, Philippines is like 700 islands just chilling out. We just got off the waka a bit earlier.
What's Can you give me your best cheer?
Choo!
I fucking
Oh,
love
was
this
that
guy
good?
already, man.
Was that
was
good?
great.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
Well, it was good.
Was it?
But what's your best?
But what's my bet? Okay, I gotta. This
Bye-bye.
This feels charged.
No,
This
no,
feels
no,
very
no.
charged. Okay. I gotta go. Big chest.
Yeah!
Chest.
That's it.
Choo!
You're hired!
You're hired. That's amazing. Holy shit. Wow.
I love this guy. Your turn.
We'll stop there.
Oh,
No, good. Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Actually, but
All right. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Kia ora, everybody. Welcome back to Talk to HR. Thank you for joining and listening, watching, and everything above. We have a very special guest today. First of all, Roy, how are you?
Kia ora, everyone. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy.
pretty
man.
good, man.
I'm pretty through the roof right now.
Wow, as you probably saw from the introduction that we put in, we have a special guest today. He's trying out as an internship for the HR department. Please, everybody give it up for David Correos. Hey!
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much
my
for being
God.
here.
I'm really amazed by the tenacity that you guys have. You cold messaged me on Instagram. And normally I'm on Instagram just like waiting for notifications to pop up. and I normally wait to ignore them. But your pitch to me was so professional and was
Really?
so good.
That was all this guy, man.
I loved it.
Oh, thank you.
You came in hot. You gave me credits. You gave me what you were doing. You gave me the freedom to go, hey, whenever you want to come. So you made it low stakes.
Yeah, man.
And you made it high priority for me.
I know.
That's great.
That's nice, man. That's
great.
very nice.
Low stakes, but high priority.
I know. With like pitching a message, you know, that gets one on is like you don't want to be too keen and then not too keen. It's just the sweet spot
Just
in the
the
middle.
middle.
It's like, I'd love you on, but if you're ready, man, like no big deal. You know what I mean?
Absolute sweet spot. You know what else? You also negged me because you didn't even follow me. You didn't even follow me.
Oh, yeah.
And you messaged me. And now I'm there waiting for you to follow me so I can follow you back. So it's an equal trade.
Yeah.
Damn, he makes a good point.
It'll come to. Well, we both run the page, so they just fall on both.
can follow
of us.
now.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, I followed. I did it weird because I got 2 accounts, so I followed my personal. I followed you.
Yeah.
And then I typed out a message like maybe I should do until HR. So there we go.
That was very smart.
Yeah, because I was like,
very
because I
smart.
was like, this guy's not gonna fucking open up Harrison Keefe message. Like, you know, it's like, who's gonna open up that? And be like, oh yeah, interesting. But if it's like a
gonna open up
podcast,
to
maybe you'd be like,
HR one.
oh, what is that?
Wow,
know
you
what I mean?
really did think about it. And you know what? That paid off because that's exactly what my mind would say. I would be like, oh, hey, who's this? But because I saw. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry
It's
about
okay,
that.
man.
Okay?
That is okay.
But I saw your name and it legited me. And then
Oh,
the clips
wow.
that you put up, your little wall eclipse,
Oh, yeah.
looks legit.
The eclipse,
and
yeah.
you have enough people on there for me to be like, oh, this is legit. They got DJ Severe.
Oh, yes, we do.
You need to keep posting his clips on your stories
I
before
know.
you hit someone up. Post them up. So it's like, oh, we talk about
Oh,
it all the time.
we just did this.
It's crazy. You're literally like talking out the whole plan of
I
how
know,
it's like,
yeah.
it
Please
might
stop
go-
exposing us.
Yeah. The whole plan was like, we'll just do podcasts together, like 10 of it, so we know how to talk. And then we'll get on one guest, like, you know, who people might know, like DJ Severe. And then I was like, and then I'll start hitting people up. So they go on the Instagram and go, they got fucking DJ
got
Severe.
DJ Severe.
Holy shit.
And then the next one, they
Maybe I'll
got
jump on.
David Correos.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the one.
gonna keep going, man.
That's gonna keep going.
Oh, brother.
Yay!
Have you got a podcast? I feel like you'd be great at a podcast.
No, I don't. Nah, I never have anything to say, and I'm really bad at consistency as well. So I can't. I don't turn up. You know.
Oh, so you're gonna show up to my
We got
podcast?
really lucky.
Yeah, I know.
Well, because this is fun. Because I still get like the dopamine rush of like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
Will
man.
they lock the doors? Am I gonna get out?
Seriously.
Where's the secondary location? I don't know what's gonna happen, and that excites me.
Wow.
So I'm really glad to be here. I do Twitch. I do a little bit of
Oh, yo.
yeah. So I really like live streaming and like talking to people. I don't know. That's my main fun.
Play a
But
bit, play a bit of game while doing that.
I do the stuff quiz.
The stuff,
stuff
quiz.
I do the stuff quiz.
Like the stuff news outlet quiz.
Yeah, the stuff news outlet. I raw dog it and I do it the first time in the daytime, and I get like 6 out of 15. But then on the second time, I get like 14, 15 out of 15.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It's about the attention retention. How much can you retain on the first one?
That's progress.
As long as you start strong. Yeah.
Start real strong.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, I guess that's one thing about consistency. You consistently do the stuff quiz.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
but I haven't
stuff.
streamed in months.
So you're just forgetting to turn on the camera, but you're like, I'm sitting in front of the computer doing
The
it.
stuff quiz.
The camera's on too much. The camera's on too much. Sometimes I get out of the shower, bump into the desk, and then the monitor turns on, and it's just me naked. I'm like, and I freak out. That I'm like, I hope the streaming button isn't on. I hope it doesn't say stop streaming right there. But it's man, it's all in here, man. It's all in here.
Fuck me, man. You're so fucking funny.
Oh, I love you, man.
I love you.
I love you,
Great,
man.
man.
I
You're
love
the
you
best,
so
man.
much.
I was so scared. I was at the St. Pierre's sushi because I was like,
down the
I'm gonna
road.
be like 15 minutes early. So I was there eating the salmon. I was like, what if they're gonna fuck me up? Like, what if they're gonna ask me really hard questions and they're gonna be real mean to me? And I was looking, and I saw the only clip I saw of you guys was the rugby one, and you guys were talking about rugby. I'm like, I know Doug Howlett. Like that's all I know. I don't know how I've got no reference for that shit. So I was like really worried, but you know, the moment you came in, you gave me a little coffee. Feels really nice. Really love to be here. Hey, look, I'm really keen on the job.
Oh,
And that's what we want.
yeah.
That's the only answer we wanted today.
Well, we'll think about it. I love you.
Yeah.
you
We love
seriously?
you. I love you, man. Fucking fantastic, brother.
Oh, this is so sick. This is
Sweet.
so
So you did come in and you sat down. You're like, how do you know me? Like, where have you seen me? Where do you know me?
Oh yeah.
We've
great
got like
question.
2 stories here. We've
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, first one's pretty brief, pretty easy, pretty safe. This
Yeah.
one's a safe one. We saw you at Fringe Bar.
Oh, okay. I got 3 stories in.
Oh, we got 3 stories. We
Oh,
saw you at Fringe
wow.
Bar. You were the MC of the night. We went to watch our friend Richard Mayer, who was performing. That was what year was that?
And he said to me, Richard was around last night. He said to me, I told him that you're coming on. He's like, oh my God, you hosted me my like first stand-up gig. And I was like, yeah, I remember that. We all came. And he was like, tell him, I hope this works out.
Go try it.
He was like, tell him I was the guy who told the joke about fucking Curizza.
Oh, that's Richard. Oh,
Yeah, that's Richard Mayer.
my heart goes out to Curizza.
Oh, brother.
Oh my goodness.
So did you try it afterwards?
I tried it so much. I tried it so hard. I tried it so good. It was so good. Holy crap. So I
Fucking
went,
amazing,
I heard about this Curizza place. I hadn't been to Wellington in a while. I was still on Casey Cafes and Lucky's. That's all I knew.
Oh, yeah.
And then they start
yeah.
this new buzzword, Curizza comes in, and I'm like, what is Curizza? And I'm like, what is this offensive pizza place doing in Wellington? So I went there purposely to hate on it, and then I met the nicest Indian man who was so passionate about pizza, and he talked my ear off, and I talked his ear off for half an hour, and we were just throwing ideas back to back. I was like, look, what other Italian, Indian things can we do? I was like, let's put gulab jamun and gelato. How about we do that? How about why aren't you fucking with pasta?
Yeah. Oh my God.
man.
Pasta on a pizza pasta. Pizza pasta. Come on.
That's the same thing. India and Italy, they just love sauce and carbs. That's all they like. They smash that shit together.
Yep.
And it's delicious.
What a perfect combination, eh? Like, they fucking cracked it. They cracked it.
absolutely
I
great.
still need a slice. I still need a
You
slice of
haven't,
Curizza.
you haven't tried it?
I haven't tried Curizza.
Oh my God. That's fucking mental.
Yeah, sorry.
It's insane.
Yeah, I haven't tried it.
They don't half-ass anything, and they also don't go overboard. The sauce is so perfect. They don't drown the pizza in sauce, because that's what I thought. I was like, oh, is it going to be that kind of like, boom, explosion in my mouth?
Yeah.
No, the vegetables are like nicely charred on the top. It's kind of like they all stay in the right place. I even asked him, I was like, well, what about like naan bread? Why would you put the pizza on there? He's like, I tried that.
Doesn't work.
Tried that. He workshop shit in the kitchen, and he's like, I'm currently trying to try this new gluten-free base. I'm trying this like whole meal.
Fuck me.
He's working at the back trying to figure it out like a scientist. And that's what I really respect about Curizza.
Oh, yeah.
He's not just throwing shit out trying to make a quick buck. He loves curry on a pizza.
It's a
He
passion.
loves it. And Richard Mayer made me discover that. And so
Richard!
Well done, Richie.
Shout out to Richard Mayer!
That little geezer.
Shout out to
Fucking
Curizza!
stoked.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it is a thing. Like, I remember watching it, you came out, you cracking up about it. You were like, what the fuck is like Curizza? That's what everybody says. Like, curry on a pizza, no way. And then, man, you'll never look back.
never look back.
Never look back.
And he's franchising, and he's out in the lower hut now, and
Is
it's
he?
great. I stayed there for so long, he gave me a free hat.
Fuck off. You got a Curizza hat.
Curizza follows me, dude. Curizza follows me, and it's sick.
You're sussed. You're done, man. You're
You're
done.
done.
I'm
That's
out.
your
I'm
peak,
out. Take your
man.
bow, man. Leave. That is fucking insane. Oh my God.
You talked to him for so long that he gave you a hat. and followed your Instagram.
Because he could tell I was passionate.
Are you
about that shit. I love it. I don't know, man. Like I was so enamored by a guy who was so like loved his food so much, and when
Yeah,
you know
wow.
that kind of cares going into it, it's like it makes the food taste better.
Yeah.
Richard Mayer, Look what you've done, mate. Congratulations, brother.
Curizza,
Good on
look
you.
what you've done.
Look what you've done. The other time, I would say there's a last story we'll tell with how we heard about you that we know you. There's another thing that I watched recently. I watched you on Taskmaster, mate.
Oh.
So I binged the Taskmaster. So that's like one of my favorite shows ever. The UK one is amazing.
Incredible, eh?
Then the Kiwi one came out and I saw the first season. I'm like, it's just not the same. Then I saw your season 2, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all, I think Taskmaster's all about getting that casting perfect. You know, that panel of comedians. You guys nailed it. But how fucking fun was that show to do?
Dude, it was insane.
What, like, a dream job?
It's a dream. Like both, a guy Montgomery said to me, he said, this is the best job I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
and then at that moment he said that, it clicked and I went, yeah, you're totally right. And the thing that makes it even more special is I'm never going to be able to do it ever again because they have a new cast every time. So once you do it, that's it. And it's like, and so now it just feels so special. So special to me. And I loved it, dude. I remember we were halfway through filming the studio bits because we have you film all the tasks first, which take like 5 weeks, and then you spend a week recording all the episodes in the studio.
Yeah.
And I was so worried because I was like, I don't know if this is fun. I couldn't tell if it was funny or not because in the room, I'm not like Ursula and Guy are really good like gag, just come in with gags and really fun laugh spots, but I come in with energy and that's kind of like my thing. Yeah. And so when I come in with energy, there's usually there's no laughs because there's no laugh point. I'm just throwing energy at people. And so I didn't know if it was like funny or was going to be good or not. And then Guy at the very, like on, I think it was the last episode, he turned to me and he was like, I think we made a really good TV show. And I went, thank God if you think so. Okay, I think we can believe in this.
I kind of noticed that though as well. I reckon you came with a lot of energy at the beginning and then as you went on with it, you just like leaned into it. You're like, oh yeah, this works. This is great. And my energy is what it is. And I was like, yeah, this is fucking amazing, mate. You were so funny in this. It was so good. And
Thank you.
It was like, sorry, I'm just geeking out because I love the show. And I loved your season. But there's one task that you did where you tied up like 300 shoelaces or whatever. Fucking insane.
What?
So they like stitched them up and they were like, oh, do you want to?
You tell.
Oh, so they do like, task per episode, like 4 tasks an episode. And they were like, oh, there's another task. And it's like, he read out the task and he has to like untie these shoelaces. But it's like a little line of them. He's like, oh, and he followed the line. He's like untying them. Then he goes into this room, and it's like lasers in like a spy film. Like shoelaces tied everywhere. They go all the way outside. He's untying all of them, and it takes you like 2 hours or something. And then
I'm getting goosebumps rethinking about the flashbacks of going through that.
The PTSD, man, the trauma.
Takes about 2 hours, and he comes, then it flicks back to the studio, and all the comedians just cracking up at David, and they were like, "We never did that." And he was like, "Yeah, I think you fucking stitched me up." He was the only one who ever did that task. So he spent all day fucking untying shoelaces, and no one else had to do it. It was just him. Completely stitched him up.
Dude, it was wild, dude. I couldn't believe it. So that wasn't the first task. So in the day, you just get given all these tasks, and it turns out with the other people as well, there's no order. Like they just put the tasks that can kind of fit in, so it kind of fits your day.
You're right.
And you're out in the middle of the wops for like 10 hours, 12 hours, and you're just doing tasks constantly. And it's kind of like, it's like school camp. I loved it. I was like, sweet ass activities. I love activities.
Yeah.
And so this one, it was on the final week. And I remember going up to I went up to the top office area and I saw untie these shoelaces. I remember sitting down and like the shoelaces went away. And just in that moment when I read untie these shoelaces, I went, oh man, this is going to take like 20 minutes. This is going to be so long. I was so gutted to spend 20 minutes untying shoelaces because the first one, because I was pulling them to follow them, and so it tightened it up even more. And so I was doing that. I got through, I think, 2 shoelaces. I was like, I got to collect all of this to like be able to put this in a pile. Yeah. And then I remember running and seeing how long it was. I was like, this is a really big task. And this was before I even went into the room. And when I went into the room, I can't believe they filmed that shot because that is a real response.
Amazing.
What is about to happen? Untie these shoelaces. Fastest times win. Your start time starts now.
Did anyone else do it?
Nope.
No.
I knew no one else was going to do it. You don't have the time to do that task for everyone else. It gets so much worse. Where did Paul go? Where did you go? Where's Paul gone? in my head, there was a thought of like, they want me to do this.
Yeah.
There's no hack for this. They just want me to do this. And I know it's going to look good in 2 minutes, but I have to do it first. He says lasers. It was like a laser room. It was like a big spider web.
A spider web.
It was a massive spider web. There is a clip of me on my back shot, and my back is drenched. I've just been sweating in this room because it's not just like a thing. It's like you're concentrating, trying to unloop every single thing. Dude, they cut out so much. We sung so much Harry Belafonte. Just me and Paul talking about stuff. And I remember like the producer being like, David, can you say more stuff? I'm like, I'm untying shit. Like,
You stitched me up. What the fuck? What do you think? I don't want to talk through it. Look at this fucking task stuff
right now.
Seriously.
Just let me do my shit.
Were your fingers fucking sore? Your hand? I thought that.
When you
Fuck,
say
his hands
untie
must
the
be.
shoelaces, I'm imagining you had to. So I've never seen the show. I never even heard of it until Harrison. But when you say untie it, is it just untying shoes? Like just, or you have to take the whole lace out?
No. It's like, you know, when you have two things and you have to tie them together, there's no ribbon. There was no ribbon. It wasn't me pulling a thing. It was like a proper knot.
Oh,
held
so you
in
had to
there.
go in.
I had to go in. Dude, I had flow state at like half an hour. I was like, boop, boop, bang, boop, boop, bang. And I figured out how to do it. I had to use my teeth to dig my fingernail in and then pull it out. But I got a system and it just started hitting. Like when Paul was reading out Rumpelstiltskin to me. Oh, yeah. They were reading me full fairy tales. Like the whole fairy tale.
Sweet,
It was so funny. He's like, fuck, it's quite dark, eh? When he's like listening to it, he stops. He's like, it's a pretty dark ending to Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin ends with Rumpelstiltskin getting so angry at himself that he digs both of his legs into the ground and he rips himself in half. Right! Right!
Oh!
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
What kind of point do you have to reach to get so mad at yourself that you just gotta...
Figure out your own name, man. When people start figuring out your name, bro. I'm pretty sure. You wait till people figure out what Corpse Husband looks like, and fucking he's gonna rip his own head off. That was a real deep cut for a fucking book. I don't know why. It was like, this will be a good reference. Corpse Husband.
This will bring the energy out. That was great.
Yeah, he's
What a great reference.
That's for and
That was awesome.
so the fucking Taskmaster as well. So so when you watch all the clips live, you've never seen any of these clips, have you?
no. So
It's so fun.
it's so sick.
You're
Taskmaster. All of it is real. There are
fun,
signposts like throughout the rooms that say, "Do not talk to any other cast member about what you did today." Like we were on full lockdown. We weren't allowed to talk about anything, and because we all understood what this was and we understood how special this was, we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to talk to each other about it. We're like, let's save it for the studio. And so when we're having our eyes in our hands or we're like, oh no, I can't believe it. It's genuine because we're like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
They went so badly.
You're like, yeah.
Or you're waiting through and you're like, oh, thank God they didn't show that task. They didn't show the me going down to Christchurch task and then having that blow up in my face. Oh my God.
Do you want to? So I don't know. So watch the show. And then I was like on your Instagram to hit you up, and I was like stalking you. And I looked through, and there was a photo of you in fucking Christchurch with Paul.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck was that clip? I was like, I don't remember seeing that whole trip that you did together.
Yeah, I know. So one of the challenges that they gave us was we had to make our hometown proud. And then I didn't know what to do. I kind of like froze and I was like, I just want to be like heartfelt and talk about Christchurch because I actually have like a lot of good memories about Christchurch. Yeah. Started talking about it, and at the very end I was like, oh, what about if I just fly down to Christchurch and go down and I'll show Paul around. And then the producer was like, yes, sick. Let's do that. And that was like, man, they want me to do this. So I excitedly took Paul down to Christchurch. Was like, yeah, there's the whole place. We drove around for 8 hours and we went to all the spots and just took photos. That was the whole plan. None of that was filmed. No one saw any of that. No one saw any of that background work. All you saw were photos. But we'd put in a day and a half. Paul met my parents. We did all this like fun stuff. We went back up. Paul wore his suit the whole time, and then we get to the studio. I'm amped because I'm like, yo, I'm about to rip this one a new one because I feel so strongly about this. And then having Jeremy come in and just rip it to shreds and tell me that I'm only getting 1 point was truly heartbroken. But that's the best TV.
Yeah,
that's the best TV.
yeah.
And I like at the time I was so hurt, but now I'm so appreciative that's like they understand it so well. They're like, we're playing this for the joke. Let's go for it. But it's like it's so real at the time.
Oh yeah,
The
the best reaction is like literally when he gives you 1 point or whatever. He's like, I hate that 1 point, and you guys are like, oh, what the fuck? It's like, oh, that's the best. That's the best. And they're so proud of it. It's like he's like, that's shit. You know what? I'm from the Christchurch. Fucking hell.
He met my family. Literally.
Oh, but great show, man. It's like a dream of mine to be on Taskmaster. I'm obsessed with it. It's like a big party game. You know, it looks so much fun.
It really is, and I think it's like, yo, it's pretty mean that like it's legitimizing comedians because now you've got people going like, you know, you're like, I give comedy a shot because now Taskmaster is an option. For the longest time, comedians are not. People do not like comedians in New Zealand. What do you mean? We're not respected at all. And in the entertainment industry of like where we all stand, we are like under the bridge. We are the bridge trolls of the industry. No one takes us seriously. They fucking hate us, dude.
You provide like the best TV though. I feel, you know, but
not if you're going off the Facebook comments. And I know some comedians are gonna be like, "Oh, David, shut up, stop telling people this shit." But like, people like it's Billy T. James and Fred Dagg and John Clark. Those are the only good comedians New Zealand have ever made. That's what you'll read. That's what you'll read on Facebook comments. Now you're gonna clip that and it's gonna be quoted. Me saying that. Oh no,
You're fucked now, David. You're gone. Now we've got one more story.
Yo, give it to us.
One more story.
What is this story?
Does the name Anya Tate Manning?
Oh, I love Anya.
Oh, we love Anya too.
You wait.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Wait to hear this. Do you want to say it?
Yeah, I'll give you the headline and then you unpack it.
Yeah, we want
So
you.
she was like talking. I think you came to do a show or something in Wellington. So it was like a last year of drama school. Anya Tate Manning's our acting coach teacher at Twitch Drama School. She really worked her way up. Fucking hell.
Does the name Richie McCaw bring any flashbacks?
Oh no! Oh no! Wrong one.
Wrong one?
Wrong all black. And I can't say which one. I genuinely cannot say. I cannot say which one.
Well, she was, so yeah, you were in town. She was trying to pitch, go see this guy's show. We're like, what's some of the work he's done? Well, tells us a story. I don't know who went and saw the show.
I don't know who went.
Well, I was there with you. Oh, okay, interesting. But do you want to elaborate on the story?
Oh, am I allowed to?
Oh, you don't have to.
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
Oh, I talk about it. Okay. I'm just sorry. Let me just do some mental math right now. But okay. I got it because I specifically got an email. I got an email from the director being like, "You are not allowed to talk about this."
Really?
I'm not allowed to talk about this.
Oh
but
my
that was like 4 years ago, and I feel like it's kind of
Did
like.
she sign any document?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I did. I think I did.
Seen you here and there. I don't know what it's
Let's
for.
talk about let's talk about real briefly. I think I can.
Beat around the bush.
Beat around the bush.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'd done a show the year beforehand, and the whole idea of the show was I wanted to see how intense I could get in an hour. Right, so I went from 1 to 10 in the space of an hour, and it just got built, like just keep bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And this is like a culmination of like, okay, people in New Zealand have like in the comedy industry were like, oh, he does crazy stuff, so I'm like, okay, how far can I go?
Yeah.
One was me starting real light. I told like onion jokes that I wanted to bomb on purpose.
Jokes.
Yeah, they were I wanted to see how long could I get away with bombing for at the top of the show.
Great.
And then it just got, and then I'm going to go through the list. Number 2 was me, like, I think I covered myself. I was like, I'm going to do observational humor. And I put flour on my face and a real tight t-shirt. And I went, man, just had a terrible time in Hamilton. And then I said,
I love this show. This is how I'd be cracking up.
and then I said Hamilton. I said Hamilton, just the word Hamilton for about 3 minutes, and I just kept saying it. And the point of that was like, okay, get laughs at the start, and then it'll just start bombing, and then long enough they start laughing again.
Yeah.
Did that. Next one, I taped a knife to my head and screamed at the audience. The next one, I covered my face in red paint and blue paint and sung Mulan. And then this is when it got really intense. The next one was I made a bit. The whole point of the bit was do you want to see a joke that made 14 people walk out of my show in Adelaide? And then the Exorcist music would start playing, and then it would get real sterile lighting, and then I'd yell out steak tartare while I pulled out a condom, and then I'd fill it with luncheon meat. I'd fill it with luncheon meat, and then I would crack eggs on my head while yelling steak tartare, and then I'd wrap the condom onto the mic stand, and I would just perform fellatio on the condom while the Exorcist music was still playing, and I downed a bottle of red wine on stage like 10 minutes beforehand, so I was like steamed, and so you had like just the wine dripping down my chest. This was 5. This was 5. This was 5 or 6. This was 5 or 6. Number 7 was me reviewing pet food. So every night I'd review a different kind of cat food or dog food. Terrible stuff.
You'd eat it and review it.
I'd eat it and review
of course.
it. And if it says pate, it means it's gonna be gristly. It's gonna have bone in it.
And you know that now.
Yeah, I know that. I have knowledge.
Don't go for the pates.
And then the next one, I think there was like 8 or 9, was I would perform live action hentai. And I would wear a schoolgirl's outfit, and then the song "Carmel Dancin'," I don't know if you remember that song, would start playing. It's like a high energy, high pop song would play, and then I cut out these 2 pictures of furries, like furry animals. They're like very sexy pictures. I punched a hole through the crotch, and I put a toothpaste tube behind it, and I filled it with cornflower slurry, and then the other one with chocolate yogurt, and I just got bukkakied on stage while this music was playing. And then the final bit, and then number 10 was me shoving a bike pump up my butt, pumping it, and then farting into the microphone, and then I'd leave.
Oh my God.
Dude. And that's my, I'm really, the show makes me cringe, because I feel, and I think that's a good thing because it means I've grown up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm also I'm kind of proud of it because I know that I've pushed myself as far as I can.
You've explored that area, man.
Dude, I've explored every orifice that I have.
All the ranges.
I've got so much range.
Yeah, huge range, mate. Oh my God. So, we didn't hear all the number 1 to 9. We just heard the 10.
We just heard the 10.
But fuck, the build-up's the best part. All of that.
Yeah, and the bike pump was a bookend to the start of the show because I'm a fucking performer. So at the very start, I told a heartfelt story about being a child and how that related to the bike pump. And at the very end, they're like, "Whoa, a callback!"
God, oh cool, we got the pump out. No.
Wait.
We know where this is going.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. I had one lady stood up halfway through my show and she screamed at me, "I'm not leaving because you're controversial. I'm leaving because you're shit." Oh. and then I went, "See you later." And she went, "No, never. I'm never coming back again."
I'm leaving because you're shit. No, literally, you're shit. I have to leave. We have to get out.
I did that show so many times. I think overall I did the show about I did it at least over 50 times. I did that show. God. And it never went wrong. Right? I always did it. It went wrong.
Well, in your eyes.
It was wrong. It was cooked from the beginning.
I was nailing it.
I got a 4-star review and a 1.5-star review on the same night.
Range.
But it had never gone wrong. And then when I got back from New Zealand, I got asked to do my first proper TV show.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "Okay, the point of the TV show is you have to make a celebrity laugh." And so I was like, "Okay, sick, I'll do that. They'll be mean." And so the celebrity I got was an All Black that I'm not going to name. And I got given 3 rounds. The first round was a video round, and I had to make a funny video. And so I made a video of I said, I had a whole raw chicken in front of me, and I looked down the camera and said, I'm going to drink all your cum, All Black. And then I sucked the asshole, of the raw chicken in front of the camera. And then I showed that video to him, and he's in an empty room. He's in an empty white room with nothing happening in the room. And he just like stone-faced the whole time going, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
Didn't laugh. There was no tension. There was no tension in the room at all. Whoa. And then the second one was the first time I got to meet him, and so that was like a physical. I had to do like something physical, like not jokes. And so I think I put like rubber gloves on my feet, and then I peered up from behind a box, and then something came out of my mouth, and he laughed. He laughed at that. That was fine. And then the third one was the one where he asked me, "Hey, you can do whatever you want." Like, do whatever you want. And I said, okay, cool. I'm going to do the bike pump bit. I'm going to do the bike pump bit that normally takes 55 minutes of rapport building. I'm going to do this in 2 minutes. 2 minutes he gives me, right? And I thought to myself, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the All Black. I'm going to say, hey, look, All Black, I'm going to shove this bike pump up my butt. I'm going to fart in front of you. If you don't want to see any of this, just laugh. Just the moment you laugh, this whole thing's over. Yeah, it stops because that's how I win. If he laughs, it's over. So, but he took the bait and he went, sweet, let's go. And so he started pumping me up, right?
He pumped you?
He pumped me.
Oh, I don't know that.
I normally pump myself, but I was like, I got to get him involved. So I let him pump me.
Interaction, man. Yeah.
Dude, and then he pumped me, and then I ripped the bike pump out, and then I went to fart, and the chicken from the night before was still brewing in there, and so it had a different thing came out that I had never noticed before. I went to fart, no noise came out, but a feeling did, and so I sucked it back in. I held it in there, right? Didn't let it drip, didn't do any of that, and I still kept dancing, and then all of a sudden, the smell of caca just started coming through, and I was like, this is not from me. This is not from me.
This can't be me.
This can't be me. And then I realized that there was still caca in the bike pump, and it was now leaking on the floor. So there was caca on the floor now. Yeah. And then that's what, and then it was just, and then there were no laughs. No one was laughing at all.
The All Black didn't laugh?
No, All Black didn't laugh. The All Black actually gave me some really good, like a really good tip. He was like, I almost laughed when you were threatening me to do the bike pump bit, but the moment you shoved it up there, all of the funny disappeared. And no, that was a really good lesson for me, because that was the turning point where I learned, it's not actually about delivering. It's all about the threat. The threat is the funniest part of it. Yeah. And I think that was a really, like, it fucked me up. It fucked me up for like 2 years. Really? Yeah, I'm still struggling with it a little bit. But it, like, if I didn't have that and I didn't go through all of the wild stuff, I would have never learnt how to play in a really fun place, which is like threatening people.
You found the key.
I found the key.
That's
because
pretty
I
sick,
searched for it.
man.
And so, like, at the end of the day, it makes me cringe and I hate it, but I grew up from it. So.
Oh my God.
Holding
But
that
no,
back.
that's so dope. The threat of doing something extreme. Does that person really want to see this shit happen?
No, they don't. They don't. And like, and I still forget that sometimes. And sometimes I like to like overstep it just for like the real freaks in the audience. And like, okay, we genuinely do want to see this. And I know there's a couple of them.
Come on, man.
But overall, a lot of them are just like really well-meaning people. It's a Monday. Like they're just starting. They don't want to see some wild shit like that.
Yeah.
And so like, I remember last week I did a show and like an egg fell on the ground, and like instead of eating it, which I would normally do because that's really funny to me, doing something wild. Instead, I got it, and then I just threatened them by going, and then that reaction and
That's
them
funny.
freaking out, that's where they laugh the most.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You eaters, I don't think you're actually going to do that, mate.
Yeah, don't do that. Ew, yuck.
That's sick, man. And but like, and what a great, like, I mean, here, but anyway, what a great stories to now tell. Like, I know it must be like someone's like, fuck, it's cringe, or I kind of regret it, but man, with your career and where it's going, where it's going to go, it's like, man, those were the early days. This is where I started.
I think those kinds, like, because I know that TVNZ, like, I got a reputation because even Jeremy was like, I heard about you.
About that.
I heard about what you did. So there was definitely like a reputation with me for a while where people were like, well, he's too wild. Like, he's going to do he's not going to like be fun. And I think like that's why like Taskmaster came at the perfect time. I feel like
it was a redemption.
It was a redemption arc, and it was also like, I didn't understand what I was doing earlier before. I didn't know how to play with it, but now I feel like I know how to play with it and like fuck around with it, you know?
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh, it gets so earnest.
Holy shit.
Yuck.
Great. Well, we actually have a bike pump here.
Let's go.
Pick it up.
Imagine if we did.
And you bring the pump in.
Anya, come here.
We got the ABs out back. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Which one of them was it? Which one of them picked? You don't have to tell us. They're not on camera at this point. We've got all of them from the 2000s to now. Which one?
It was earlier. He was a legend.
Oh, no.
I'm
Oh
just
my
so
God.
surprised. Oh, am I surprised that the guy actually was like, I'll pump it. Let me pump
Yeah, he was like, okay, let's like, because he was up for it. Like, okay, at no point was the All Black like a bad guy or like loveliest guy,
Yeah.
so lovely, so up for anything. I came in way too hot.
Yeah.
I came in way too hot on that shit, and so to like, I really like respect the way that he like interacted with me. And he was like, yeah, I can see that this is what you do, and like this is what you're about. Like, I can see that this is you trying to push something. I'm like, yeah, thank you for recognizing.
Yeah,
it.
the sick he was like that about it.
Yeah.
Should have been an asshole about it, you know? It's
He
like,
definitely was an asshole about it, and I've had like, oh man, like this is the first time I've actually probably talked about this, and I don't know how, but you managed to get me in on the right way talking about it. But I had like, yeah, I've had like, I've
Another sale
had.
done.
No, that's it, you're done. Yeah,
But I've never felt really comfortable talking about it or like figuring it out, because I feel like I really crossed some boundaries on that stuff. And I think like it also taught me like I don't want to hurt other people with comedy. Like I'm the butt of the joke.
yeah.
I want to be the butt of the
I know
joke
what you mean. Yeah.
because I love the attention.
Yeah. And we all.
Guys, you asked me to bring some stuff.
Yeah, what do you have for us, man?
Man, I bought you.
We told David to bring, he said, what should I bring? What are we going to talk about? I said, at least bring 2 items.
Yeah, I brought an extension cord for you guys because I know that you got a whole setup here.
Oh,
Is this for us?
Yeah, this
wait,
is for
this
you
is a
guys.
gift.
Yeah, that's a gift.
Oh,
God,
thanks, man.
thank you.
Because I can see that you got a whole setup here. I can see over here you've got like one thing extended to an extension cord. You could put another extension cord there. Put it there.
Yeah. Oh,
Definitely
Oh,
work
that's
out.
actually really handy.
Yeah, that's all
I needed
good.
that, man. Thank
And
you.
then I also got these. I don't need these anymore, so I'm just giving these away. But
tickets to my show.
Nah, but they've never been worn. But I got some baby shoes. I got some baby shoes for you guys.
What's the story behind that one?
Yeah, what do you have?
Well, I just had them. I bought them, and I decided, you know what, they look pretty nice, so I thought I'd give them away. I think it's a really happy.
Oh, thank you, man. That's awesome.
We'll make this a talk
The
to each other
shirt.
giveaway.
Yeah, we need to do like a wall of all the things the guests give us. Do a big giveaway,
yeah.
but then we'll just win it and
Yes.
keep it anyway. I don't want to give this up away.
Yeah, please keep giving
My
them
God.
away, and please keep telling them that it's a good thing, and that look, it even
Yeah.
matches your shoes, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Baby shoes.
Baby shoes,
I
never worn.
Had no idea what you're going to bring in. we're like,
Yeah, we had
it's going
no
to stress
idea,
them out
man.
too much. Is he going to think he has to like write a letter or like bring in something cool? It's like, this is way better than cool. This is amazing.
This is amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome.
Look how much joy those baby shoes have brought us. So good. Fuck Emma's turning way. Emma's turning way.
Anyway.
Fuck, I can't even say his name right. Fuck, I fucked that up.
Yeah, who?
Ernest Hemingway? Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, yeah, fuck
Fuck
that
that
guy.
guy.
Climb
Fuck
out
that
Everest
guy.
Day. Yeah, that's
Fuck
the one.
that guy.
Why would we fucking Ernest Hemingway?
Oh, no idea.
He fucking hates baby shoes.
Fuck you, Ernest
Yeah,
Hemingway.
fuck you.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest
Hemingway.
Ernest.
Now this is so every episode, David, my dad sends in a question. Tom Keefe, we've got
yeah.
Tom Keefe questions.
I love Tom Keefe.
He's a great guy. And so I always message him like, hey man, this person's coming on, please like send in a question, and it could just go from anywhere, whether he knows the person or not. And so today he was like, I want to do rapid fire Tom Keefe questions.
Let's
And
go.
I was like,
All
okay. And it's like I'm contractually obliged to read out these questions.
Yeah.
I'm not, but I
that's
just
the
do it
son.
for him. He's a big fan. He
What
watches
does,
the podcast.
what does Tom do? What's his?
He's a projects manager at a pack house.
He's
in
a
Hawke's
project
Bay.
manager at
For
Packers.
apples.
Yeah.
Apples.
You know those apples and fruit you get a countdown? It's all him.
Oh, the real apples.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
real
real
apples.
apples.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a bit of.
So,
Me too.
with that background and that job, with that background, you imagine how good these questions are going to be.
Yeah, I got this.
Granny Smith or Jazz?
Oh, I go for a Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz Apple.
Jazz is so much better than a Granny. A Granny Smith is always too tart and it's always good for desserts. Like, it's not a good apple when you have to put a cup of sugar with it to make it taste good.
I know. It's only good for like an apple pie or a
That's a
stew.
good point.
Yeah.
Jazz is good.
Jazz is great. Whopper or Big Mac?
Whopper or Big Mac?
Whopper!
I gotta go Whopper. I think I'm contractually obliged to say Whopper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Damn, what are you doing, man? Whopper or Whopper?
No. A Whoppers are good though. I like a Whopper because I'm just look. I'm just freestyling right now. But a Whopper's pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good, man.
I don't know what they put to make it taste flame grilled, but I love the flame grill.
I don't know what they paint on, but man, it looks gorgeous.
It looks
tastes amazing.
I know what they. Oh, okay. I'll tell you. No, okay, can't do it.
The uncut version you can pay for on our Patreon. Fucking hell. Oh, so you do the voiceovers for BK?
Yeah, I'm the BK. I'm the BK boy.
I thought you were. I heard it the other
BK
night. I'm
boy.
like, we were watching my girlfriend TV, and I was like, I'm pretty sure he's coming to my house tomorrow. I was like, I think it's David Correos.
My biggest fear in life, like you know how sometimes when you're walking over a bridge, it's real high, and you look over it and you're like, I could jump. Like you should jump.
Yeah.
Like, you should jump. Because you have that feeling inside you, right? I get that same feeling, but when I pass a Burger King. And I go, you just walk in and tell them who the fuck. Just go in and be like, do you know who the fuck I am? Do you know who the fuck I am? And just walk in there and be like, give me all the burger. I get that feeling and it freaks me out.
I mean, have you ever?
No, I'm so scared of that. And that's why I get that same, like doing that is the same feeling as like jumping off a bridge for me.
It's extreme.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's pretty
Wow.
extreme.
Yeah.
Those people working, if it ever happens, poor people working behind them, man. It's like, we don't get paid enough for this shit. Just
What
fucking,
the fuck
fucking
is
give them
this
more burgers,
shit?
man.
Getting a little BK benefits, surely.
I get no BK benefits.
Just money.
Just get money. I just get this
Fucking
thing
hell.
called cash money.
Under the table cash. What do you know like this about?
BK want to put them on tax on that. Under the table.
This one you might be contractually obliged to as well. All Blacks or Black Sticks?
Oh, I think All Blacks. All Blacks? Yeah. I think All Blacks because they've done a lot more for tourism, right?
Yeah.
Who's flying to New Zealand for a Black Sticks game? I feel like that was really rude. I feel that was real rude. Is that really rude? That was
That ain't
so
rude.
rude.
Honestly, I've never seen a hockey game in my life.
I don't know how it works. I turned up
No,
to
I
one
got
and
it.
they weren't using a puck, and I'm like, what is this?
Where's
the ice?
This is a rocket power. What is this?
I thought you guys just fight on skates. That's none of that.
What is this?
Yeah. The Rock or Hulk Hogan?
Oh, The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah, I think The Rock really took, he ran with what Hulk Hogan started, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's done so well.
He's fucking massive. I think he must be one of the biggest entertainers on the planet.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys are like a big pro wrestling fans.
Yep.
I was so surprised when I found out that he was a heel. Like because he's so likable and charismatic, and that's kind of like all I really know him for.
What was that change, man?
And now I look back, I'm like, whoa, you were a dickhead.
Yeah, for like a brief moment, you were like, nobody liked you.
Have you seen that clip? Is it The Rock? Oh, it is. And John Cena's he's like speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, man.
We're not going to play the clip.
Take us home. Take us home, please.
You do it. You
Tell
do
us what
it.
it sounds like. No.
Wait, a little something like this.
Let the Rock tell you in Chinese. That's all I'm gonna go.
Fucking hell. Oh.
I don't know if you guys have heard this one, but it's a Chinese accent.
Let me just check this one out for you, right? Fucking terrible. There's a few more for Tom Keith questions.
Let's do it.
This is a random one. I don't really get the second one. Hokey Pokey or chocolate chip?
Oh, hokey pokey.
Thank you.
Hokey pokey.
Hands
Okay,
down.
I got a theory on this.
Go on.
I think cold chocolate is terrible. I think you put chocolate in anything that's cold, it just makes more adamant in your mouth to warm it up and then melt in
And
your
then
mouth.
melts again and swallow it in.
And it's always wax because they never pick like the good chocolate, so it's always like this waxy feeling, like get you in my teeth. Hokey pokey melts instantly.
You're so right. Oh, so you mean chocolate and ice cream or chocolate in general? Like, would you chuck a
No,
block of
chocolate and ice cream. Like cold chocolate. When you put chocolate in a cold situation, it's got to be a sauce or it's got to be some of that, that hot stuff that instantly, the crackle chocolate. It's got to be like that.
Yeah.
I love
that. Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, it instantly freezes over.
Yeah.
I mean, your Sunday, you pick it up and it's like, cobwebs.
Oh, yeah.
Mum, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Willie. Look.
That's great, son.
Yeah, but freezes instantly. Good on you, son. It's awesome. How does that work?
Can you get in the car now?
It's fucking at your ice cream.
So, has any other podcast that you've recorded, has all the audio ever just been at red the whole time?
Oh, no, but I think today.
I think today,
Bit of editing there. Just chop that all down.
Bring that down.
We have outbursts. This energy always outbursts, but I mean, consistently,
I scream a lot.
man.
I scream a
one
lot.
of a kind. Fucking hell. And I've learned now to I do that away when I'm yelling.
Yeah.
Get away from you.
We have no one to watch the audio as well, so we just Has just sits it at the bar.
The sound guy couldn't make it today. So it's like, good luck.
Guy stepped in.
This is the only one. This is the only one we
Pick a level and stick with it. The knobs lined up perfectly. Will be it. We'll do that. iPhone or Android?
I'm iPhone.
Yeah.
I'm an iPhone guy.
Yeah.
I like the freedom of an Android. I like the idea that like a phone can be a flash drive as well. But Apple don't let me do that.
Yeah.
But besides that, I really love. I don't know. I'm used to all the little flicks and tricks that you do with the iPhone.
Little double tap,
swipe down, swipe down, push it back, do the photo. You pass me an Android, I'm like
360. Yeah. Throw it in the air, put it in a hot pan.
bam.
Spider webs.
Just doing jutsus on my iPhone.
Duplicate, single. iPhone has all the tricks, man.
I love it.
Yeah. My dad asked this one. He's like, would you rather do 8 out of 10 cats or 7 days?
Oh, I would love to do 8 out of 10 cats.
Yes,
Great show.
I would love to.
It's a great show.
I like 8 out of 10 cats because they really allow for like the weirdos to just be weird for a bit.
Yeah.
And then go back to the show and kind of like do all that kind of stuff as well. But I also feel like that kind of show would also be a way more high pressure environment because like, with 7 days, it's my friends. I'm like, sweet, I can hang out with you guys. But if it's 8 out of 10 guys, we're like, oh, I don't know. I've got to be on good behavior.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So have you done 7 days?
Yeah. I struggle. I struggle on 7 days.
Why is that?
Because as I was saying before, I'm a big picture guy. I do like big things, and with 7 days, it's really about banter. And I'm very insecure about my banter.
You'd be great.
I love 7
You'd be
days.
pretty good on 7 days.
I feel like I'm good if I just sit down and just do a couple one-liners, banter or whatever.
Yeah.
I couldn't do what you did. I couldn't come out with all that. But I don't know. I haven't got that.
You just got to pick your spots. Like a lot of it, like I feel like there's some like what I really respect are like I see them as kind of like snipers, and they'll just go in. They'll just listen. They'll listen to the conversation. And they'll be like, "Bang! Here's a really good line." I think that's the best way to do it.
So that's why, I reckon, that's why I've tried to do stand up, but I just struggle with it because I just can't come out and just deliver jokes. But if I'm sitting in a room and someone throws me something, it's
And
like,
you
I
can,
can
like,
take that, or I can throw something back at that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because you have to be like, I don't know, with comedy you have to. It's like you're playing every character in the sitcom. You have to set it up. You have to get the laugh. You also have to be the reaction. So it's like bouncing all those things. But once you figure that out, I think if you just give it a shot consistently, it's all good. I can't talk about consistency.
All over the show, mate. I love it.
Giving advice on consistency. Idiot boy.
And the last question. Last question from my dad is, who's your role model or role models?
Who are my role models?
That's a nice one.
My role models. I think at the moment my role model is Rodney Dangerfield.
Who is this?
No idea.
He's an old school 1960s comedian.
Okay.
And I'm really digging his stuff at the moment.
Kiwi?
No, he's like American. He's you once you see him, you'll be like, "Oh, I kind of know who he is."
Oh yeah.
But he's like old school comedy,
So
and
I'll pull him up.
I'm really digging his stuff at the moment, and I really look up to his his joke writing, because it's just like
Yeah.
it's such good, so concise, and I'm all about being concise.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, look at the eyes on this guy.
Yeah, I get no respect. I get no
Buscemi.
respect.
Buscemi.
I mean, he looks so familiar. I see what
He's
you
in
mean.
Little Nicky. He's in Caddyshack.
Oh, yeah, Little
He plays Satan in Little Nicky.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He died, rest in peace, a couple of decades ago. But
Oh shit.
yeah, I'm really, really into him at the moment. I feel like it's such a dog shit.
Little Nicky.
I
what
love
movie?
Jesus. Jesus is my role model.
Love Jesus.
Yeah, fucking. Have you seen his abs? Fucking mean abs. Remember that just hanged? Have you fucking tried to hang on a thing? It's so. Please cut that out.
Just relax. Just like enjoy the sun. Shit. Like the pain's numb now. You know that strength. Now you just gotta chill.
God.
Oh my.
People watching as well. You know, just people watching. Oh, we could keep going. We could cut it out, but I'm having fun.
You guys make me too
having
comfortable.
fun.
Look, I'm manspreading. I'm saying wild shit.
I love it, man.
He's holding the cup with his feet.
I'm having fun with my feet.
Oh, it's a bloody chip. How did it work?
So have I got the job? Have I got the job?
Oh, I think you might have the job. Yeah. I think you might have the job, mate. What did you? Well, I actually know, but should I pretend I don't know? I'll just say I know. You did a bit of weightlifting, huh?
Yeah.
That's all I know. You
Yeah.
did weightlifting before you
Yeah.
did comedy.
Yeah, I did it. I did it as a joke because I was like, yeah, I was like 15, and like I remember like, and they did a demonstration in the school hall, and then they were like, oh, if you want to give it a shot, come through after lunchtime. And so I was like the wild kid that did like drama and music.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be pretty funny if the weird kid gave weightlifting a shot. So I
yeah.
turned up with them, and then there were all the rugby boys there as well. All the rugby boys were really strong, but they'd also done heaps of gym, so they were all really tight in the wrong places. But because I was a supple, soft child still, they could mold me into the right. I had the flexibility to really hit the bottom of the squat. And then I don't know how, but apparently I had strong legs at the time, and so I picked up squatting really easy. And then I was like pretty like in and out of it for the first like year. And then my coach sat me down and was like, hey, you could be actually really good at this if you were consistent.
Yeah.
That's a demonizing word for you, man.
I know. I had to be consistent, eh?
Yeah.
And then I did it for like 5 or 6 years.
Fuck.
And then I found comedy in my last year of doing it, and I was like just starting to really try do like performing because I really wanted to be a TV presenter.
Yeah.
And so
Oh yeah.
so that was kind of like the crossroads there, and then it finally hit. I had like some comedy stuff started popping off, and then on my final, I did a national championship, and I snapped my ankle at that championship, and then
Lifting?
just lifting. I tried to lift 182 kilos. And I got so with weightlifting, it's like limbo. So people don't like, if you actually watch weightlifting, the whole idea of it is you lift the bar as high as possible, and then it's a game of limbo to lock underneath, and then you squat out of it.
Yeah.
And so I was doing the clean,
bro.
and I went underneath, and it was so heavy because I did a 12 kilo jump, so I didn't have the speed to get under it. So I went, did it, lifted up to about, I think it got up to about my waist, and then was just diving underneath to get underneath it. I got underneath it, but I had to sacrifice my ankle because my knee was pointing up, but my ankle was touching the floor. If you can kind of picture that.
Picture,
And then I pushed my foot back flat, and I stood out of it, and then I went for the jerk, and then that's when I felt, there's no tension back there anymore, and then I fell over, and then I was like, then that was really nice because it was like a way out of weightlifting because I think my coach wouldn't have let me come out of weightlifting with the amount of effort he put into me.
Oh
in
my
terms of
God.
like, he trained me for free. Like I got like quality coaching from a bronze medalist Commonwealth Games
Shit,
guy,
fuck.
and he was so lovely, and he trained me for like 5-6 years, and it was amazing. I think I
Damn,
learned so much from it.
shout out.
Shout out to Terry Hughes,
Shout out to
everybody.
Terry Hughes.
Terry
Oh,
Hughes.
legend Terry Hughes. Love Terry
Love
Hughes.
Terry Hughes.
On this almost successful project.
Yeah,
Almost.
Hey, almost got there.
My training partner went to the Commonwealth Games though, so
Cool.
something worked out. Yeah,
So
shout out to
alright.
Saxon Gregory Hunt. Saxon.
Shout out to Saxon Rowan.
Wow.
You're a legend, Saxon. Oh, this one.
And so, also, TV presenting. What was your dream TV presenting job you wanted to do?
I don't know. I just liked the idea of talking in front of a camera. I thought it was really fun.
My
eh?
dream, I don't know if it's kind of gone now, but I always want to do like What Now?
I almost got into What Now. I got into the top. That was one of the things. I got into the top 3 of. They had like this TV competition.
Yeah.
When they were replacing Charlie Parnapa, and I was up against Adam Percival and Ronnie. I don't know how to pronounce.
I know you're
last
talking
name.
about. Yeah, Ronnie.
I don't want to mess up his last name, but I was there with Ronnie and Adam.
But Adam and Ronnie were sent to Hanmer Springs to be put to the test, both in the hot and the cold. They meet the locals and then had the chance to tell you why they wanted the job.
Been so much.
David.
Thank you guys for voting for me, and thank you for making me go through all of.
And they both got the job, and I got audience coordinator.
You got a certificate.
Oh, so you went and worked. You worked there.
I
anyway.
worked there, and I was terrible. I was terrible at the job.
Oh, really?
So bad. So
I
bad.
hate kids.
Some days
All
we
right,
have
little
no
shits.
audience.
Sit down, get gunge.
Get cunched.
But it was like I think that's when I realized, I think comedy's my jam. So I kept I think that really gave me I can give this I could look at this shit a bit more, figure out what it really is. But yeah.
That's sick. Man, imagine you're on what now? How funny.
How
funny.
cooked would that show have become? I was way too young. I was 18. I was I was not ready for that.
I reckon I would have watched you do those auditions. I briefly remember 3 guys trying to audition to get onto the show. They'd come in every week or do little bits or whatever.
Yeah.
You were one of those guys.
I was one of the guys.
What the fuck? I was your one now as a kid, man. Holy shit. My dreams are coming true. Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah,
Hey, kids, here's a bike pump.
Yo, what's up? Today's theme is balloons. I'm the balloon.
Bukkake.
Don't worry, kids, give it a few years. You'll figure out what it means soon.
Yeah, you can see why they didn't pick me.
Same.
Oh.
Good choice, one now. Good choice.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So what? Oh, you go.
How did you? So I'm a big fan of these Viva La Dirt League.
Oh, they?
How did you? Yeah.
Comedy group YouTube?
Comedy group,
Viva La
YouTube,
Dirt.
Instagram. I think they started.
Oh,
I started watching them on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they kept posting them on Facebook.
You guys are pulling up receipts on me.
The first time I ever saw you was in the PUBG video where you're the random team. This isn't your team.
The imposter video.
The imposter, yeah.
They made an Among Us video before Among Us popped off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which was insane.
But that was in PUBG, right? They did it in PUBG.
Yeah.
How did you score that?
So Adam on Viva used to come to my quiz night in Auckland. So I used to run it. So as comedians, when you're not making any money, you're at the bottom rung. You have to find other ways to make money, and one of those is quiz nights. If you're a struggling actor or performer and you need money, go to every bar in your area and ask to see if you can run a quiz night and do it through Believe It or Not. You can make about $170 one session, and that's enough. That at the time it was enough to pay my rent, and that's all I needed was just that stability was just to get it through. And I used to run the most terrible quizzes. I used to just get chopped.
Really?
I would drink over the space of a night, 5 red wines in the night. So I would just I was getting hammered at these quiz nights, and that's why no one would turn up. It would just be Adam's team and then another team that would turn up, and they'd just have fun there. And so that's how Adam was super lovely and got to know me.
Question 5, can somebody fuck somebody?
They walk in. I was that guy hosting again.
Jesus, he's just gonna scream at us again.
You're dumb! You're dumb!
And the quiz that I hosted was shout out Crack Up Quiz. I wouldn't be around if it wasn't for them. I love
Shout out Crack Up
love
Quiz.
Alan McElroy. He made the most cooked quiz. He made quizzes that were purposely to piss off people who love doing quizzes.
Oh, great.
So there were some hectic rounds. There was one called Stephen Hawking Karaoke, and he would just copy post the lyrics and put it through Microsoft Sam, and just play the lyrics, and it was so infuriating.
You wanted to sing like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, he would put it through the Windows XP Microsoft Sam voice, and he would just copy lyrics and then just press play, and so you just hear this monotone
I
voice.
just met you, and this is
You've been to the quiz. You've been to the quiz.
I remember your team. Yeah, obviously.
Quiz Team Aguilera. Yeah, nice. I know you guys. I know you guys. And then there was another round called porn moans or tennis groans. And he would just...
Such a great fucking idea. It's insane.
I love this guy.
He would play the sounds, and you just had to write porn moan or tennis groan.
And it was just all porn?
No, it was mixed up. He'd throw a couple in.
Nice.
He'd throw in a couple in, and
Hard work.
yeah.
You know, this guy would have to like watch porn and be like, "Fuck, that's a pretty good moan."
That's a pretty
I'll cut that. Chuck that in the quiz. That's
bookmark. Pornhub 28 minutes and
The wife
38
walks in.
seconds.
I've got some good modes.
I've got some good moans here. Wife walks in. Why is this here? Like, what is this?
It's the quiz. I'm doing the quiz.
It's the quiz.
You're right.
Okay.
And so so like those quizzes were really cooked, and Adam met me through that, and then knew I was doing comedy, and then one day he just reached out and he was like, "Hey man, you want to come out to Spookers and film something with me?" And I was like,
Spookers?
Yes, yeah, that's where he films all the PUBG stuff.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they use the abandoned hospitals in those areas, and it's so. I didn't realize how big Viva was at the time when I was recording, because it was such a small crew.
Huge,
They're huge, and they're so chill. It's the most fun I have because everyone's so chill, and they're just there to It's I don't know. It's like when you go from like a big crew for a commercial, and you're like, oh, everyone has a place, and you have to get everything right, to being there and just like having fun with it, and everyone's just down for whatever. Oh, I love it. I love working with those guys.
Yeah, cool, man.
That's fucking sick. So what's your next projects? What are you working on? What's coming out?
What am I working on? I am making a horror comedy show with Hamish Parkinson, who's another comedian. And
Horror
it's
comedy show.
A horror comedy show. We call it Ha Ha Horror. It's such a weird
You
show.
literally got both genres and put the word for what they are. Comedy, haha.
I want a horror comedy. What do we call it?
Horror? We'll just call it horror. Yeah.
Ha ha horror.
So you're the creative geniuses behind the news comedy show, Horror.
Boom, we got it.
And once I told me, you guys was like, what a dumb fuck name for a show. I love it. I love a dumb name.
Come on,
I
man.
love a dumb name.
Fucking Triple H, you know?
It's so good. Triple H.
Yeah, every shot is to start with the water. Oh my god.
I just came back from Sydney, and I did a show with my friend Demi Lardner, who is also a real freak, and I love her so much, and we both are such freaks, and we tried to write a show. We wrote a whole comedy show in 5 days, and it didn't even have a title to it. And she was like, "Yo, we should call this Disney Plus." And that's it. And
that's the name.
I love that.
I love that shit.
I love Disney Plus.
Nothing to do with
Nothing
Disney
to do
or
with
pluses.
Nothing to do with Plus or Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Nothing.
When the audience
Great.
members come in, wow, fuck, this is gonna be awesome.
So when the families all walk in,
Yeah.
the little
Or-
mouse ears, the Disney kids, you know, the Disney
Oh, a
adults.
Marvel comedy show. Me pulling out a bike pump.
Son, you're gonna love this one.
Goofy. No, it's not that goofy.
It's not that goofy, yeah.
Oh, God.
Surely you have a bit of, surely you're going to old Treasure Island next year or something, am I right?
Whoa.
That stuff scares me, dude.
Hey.
That kind of stuff scares me.
Really? I thought it'd be right up your alley, Treasure Island.
No, because it feels real. It feels like
That's real. Yeah, I guess
it
so.
feels real.
so.
Yeah.
I know. It's like reality. You know?
It's like on TV. I don't know how. You can almost call that something.
Or something, yeah.
It's just like with comedy shows and Taskmaster, like you're always servicing the gag. You're always like, okay, we're trying to find the funny.
I see, yeah.
But with like reality TV, it's like they're also servicing drama, and I hate confrontation. I hate it so much. And also, I know that there's gonna be cameras all the time, and I don't need that one shot of me picking my nose and eating it. And then they find, or me putting my hands down my pants, and then they do some kind of compilation on me. Or something. I'm like, oh fuck.
David's grossest moments.
Shit that David
Fuck was that
does.
about? Why'd you do that?
Why'd you go back down again after smelling it?
We're trying to find a different like sense. Like,
Everyone else is trying to find the idol. I'm trying to find where that stink's coming from.
David, come and help us out. Just hold on.
My God, that'll be a fun show to be on, man. Sure, you got a few friends that've been on that show.
Yeah.
Guy Montgomery,
Guy Montgomery was on it, and he got eliminated so early.
and I cried.
I know.
So I'm so emotionally invested in that show. The last season was amazing last year with Chris Parker and everything. Fucking insane. So this season, I was so excited for Guy Montgomery. I love him. I think he's so fucking funny. And he goes home in like episode 3. He's the first one to leave the island. I was so sad.
They pretty much they threw away like an invaluable comedy commentary. Keep him in there just so you can hear his quips, because he would just keep fueling it all.
The whole for 3 episodes, nailing it. And I was like, no, he's gone. I'm like, everyone's like, oh, it's sad that he's gone, but like someone else staying. I'm like, no, like you needed him on the show. Like, you need him on the show. He brings the entertainment for us.
You needed plot armor. He needed more plot armor.
And he literally was like, this challenge like an arena, and they vote 2 people in. It was him versus like a Viking. Like, and he had to like just shovel corn, and the Viking was obviously killing him, you know? And it's like, it's like, you will now have to go home. And I was like, yeah, no shit, man. Who saw that coming? Fucking hell. God. Yeah.
You know, and they say that TV's dead. TV's around. Look, hey, can I know I'm here for the interview, but I want to give you guys a rating. 10 out of 10 on all fronts, guys.
Whoa.
Great stuff. Great stuff. No room for improvement. Just keep doing what
Really?
you're doing.
We can quit that. Whoa, man.
Just keep consistent.
Oh, fuck.
Keep consistent. No room for improvement.
No room.
Slogans there. It's awesome.
Yeah, we can put that on. It's like, what? Do we do a little trailer for us?
Yeah.
Have that quote coming?
Yeah.
But we'll split it up so it sounds like it's from different people.
Yeah. It's like 5 stars, but it's all like David Correos.
David Correos.
Sure, it's the same guy.
10 out of 10, David Correos.
Just pitch my voice up and down.
Slowed, fast.
Slow motion, yeah. Chipmunk.
And that's how we sell it, man.
Yeah.
We'll put DJ Severe. DJ Severe was like, what was one thing he said? He said, it was like, man, what the fuck am I doing here?
Like 4 times on the podcast?
4 times on the podcast,
He's on the phone to fucking Shea Fu, and he hangs up the phone and he's like, what the fuck is this podcast called? It's Talk to HR. He's like, fucking Talk to HR. Yeah, read some flat. He walks, he's like, red walls, eh? Fuck, interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
I was like, great, I'm Harrison. Nice to meet you, brother. This will be awesome. No, he was funny, man.
I love that you get the full spectrum, because I'm in here like, oh, thank you so much for acknowledging my existence. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
He just came in so fucking savage, and I loved it. We were all over it. We're like, this is great energy to feed us off, man. This is so good. Like, I asked him the first thing he said. I was like, what are you up to, man? Why are you in Wellington? What are you here for? He's like, oh, I'm here. Just came back from Palmy. He's like, what are you doing in Palmy? He's like, it's none of your fucking business. And I was like, okay, forget about it.
Oh, I loved it, man.
Oh, it's so good.
Brutal.
And then his son was posting the clips and the photos of it. And his son, Rion Bell, was literally like, watch my dad just fucking roast these two for an hour and a half. And I was like, yeah, that's it. That's what it was. That's kind of what it was. Anyway, man, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Absolute honor and privilege. Oh. Great guest. We want to get cool. We're like, and the point of our podcast is to get guests on that we really like or look up to, or like just literally just make us laugh. People that we think, oh fuck, they're funny. We think they're funny. Sure, they'll be funny in person, right? You exceeded our expectations. You're amazing.
If we gave you a
Great
rating,
energy.
10 out of 10 on all fronts.
On all fronts. So
just be consistent.
Yeah, be consistent.
Just be more consistent.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
For our audience out there, this is David Correos. Ladies and gentlemen, give a fucking round of applause, man.
Thank you, David. Any final words, David?
I'm doing Raw Meat Monday tonight at Fringe Bar, 8 p.m. I know that this ain't going to be released by then, so just cut that out. I'm just telling you guys personally.
Just know we did that, okay?
Did you know the fountain, there's a fountain, right? On Cuba Street.
The bucket.
Yeah, the bucket fountain.
Yeah.
There was soap in the fountain.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that was by the council. I thought that like a community thing. And then I realized it wasn't a community thing when I was the only one doing my washing. Crazy. No one else was there. I was like, fuck. Wild guess use this. And you know what I did? I lifted it up and it just dried it with the Wellington wind.
Hey, that's Wellington. Thank you, David Correos.
Wellington chemistry, 1,000 buckets.
He's got the jokes.
He's got the job. He's got the job. This is Talk Sage, Harrison, Roy, David. Thank you for watching. We'll be back.